Hi, welcome to DIY Donna. I'm Donna, of course. Today we are going to use some, I say most of my items has came from the Dollar Tree. We're going to do our own. We're going to make a wreath, a door wreath out, or door hanger. I'm sorry, I shouldn't call it a wreath because we're not going to use a wreath one. And the first thing I am doing is removing my stickers, and I don't know why this one is so difficult. Can you fill that up with water, Bubby, and give it to me, please? Can't pull it off. I'm gonna have to wet it a little bit, and then my lid is all cracked, and we're gonna have to get a new one. Razor blade, there it is. I'm gonna spray just a little bit of water on that and let it absorb a little bit. And then I'm gonna go in with my plastic razor blade here, and I'm gonna get this sticker off of here by scraping it, and then I'm gonna have to sand my handle down to make sure everything is and I apologize for the dogs in the background. Every time they see one of the kids, they bark because they want them to pet them or talk to them. I'm sorry if I'm out of frame. I'm just scraping away with this. Alright, I'm gonna have to spray this down a little bit more, I think, to get it off. Alright, I think I got most of it off from what I did in the sandpaper will remove. I'm just gonna wipe off all this skunk. Get my little finger sander here, and I'm just gonna scrape a little bit just to make sure everything is smooth. Oh, I don't know what size grid I got on here. We don't need nothing really strong. There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to wipe off all this extra paper or dust and move it over to the side while I work on the other one. And I should have done this before we got on camera, and I do apologize. I'm going to go ahead and get this off of here. Okay, we got those clean. Now, what we are going to do next is we're going to paint our handles, and then we are going, I haven't decided if I'm going to paint it black or if I'm going to make it look like it's silver. And I think that's what I'm going to do, is try to make these look like they're silver. Now I am using Waverly in the color ink. And I did happen to pick up a couple of new brushes here because my favorite one that I use to paint with all the time, it's And if I'm not mistaken, no, I didn't. Maybe I picked it up, but I hope it don't fall apart. Alright, we're going to give it a try. And there was this real fine one in there as well, which will be good to make mouse. I've been watching Miss Joanne a lot, and if you don't know who she is, she does crafts using foam. And it's very interesting to see because she makes these pieces look really high end. I'm sure you guys know who she is, but if you're not, her name is Joanne. Ready? Go check her out. Very sweet lady as well. I just love her to death. I had done one of the door hangers using the shovel, and I thought then I should have grabbed the rake because that would have looked really cute together. So I'm going to go ahead and make one. The wreath that I made last week, I no longer have my flamingo one. My daughter came and snatched it up. She would have took the other one if it was finished as well. And thank goodness it wasn't. But, she loved that flamingo one. And the sunflower and bee. I'm calling it sunflower and bee because I do have a bee ribbon in it and a honeycomb ribbon. So I am wanting to find a couple of bees that I'm going to put inside of or on a couple of the flowers. I'm going to go and check Hobby Lobby out. I'm sure I could find some bees there. My Dollar Tree never got any of them bees or anything like that in. And now I gotta get some of those stick boards that they have, and watch when I go, they're gonna be sold out. Okay, so I painted one handle black, as you can see, and I think I was out of frame the whole time. No. I don't know where my cameraman went, so I do apologize if you gotta see me paint and sit through this again. I do apologize. Hopefully it gets edited out, but we'll see. He took off and disappeared, and he knows he's not allowed to do that. But here he comes. Okay, we're going to let those dry. We're going to leave those there. Okay, I have a neighbor, and I think it's kind of funny because she got chickens in the city part. But they don't bother nobody but my dogs. My dogs would love to get a hold of them. So I'm going to make her a little sign because she did get them for eggs. So I'm going to take these two boards that I got from Dollar Tree in the Crafter Square. It's been, when I first started my channel, I picked these up. And that's been a year ago. So, we're going to make her a cute little sign for her to hang on her fence. going into the chicken coop is what she calls it. So I'm going to cut these strings off, and we're going to just put them aside, and we're going to throw the paper out. And I'm going to use my hot glue gun because I did not bring my putty out because I was not thinking. It's okay, we do use the hot glue gun. I'm just going to find my little silicone little doohickey here, and I'm going to just squirt some glue in it. Fill it up, and then I'm going to take it and let it dry, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Then I'm going to rub it. I'm going to flip it over, and we're going to do the same thing. As you can see, it kind of, and once we paint it, you'll never see it at all. And I will sand it. We will sand it down. Oh, and I'm just rubbing all over my sticks there. That was a little hole there. Time I do all these, that one right there will be dry enough that we could go ahead and sand it down. And then when we're done with that one, this one will be ready. Okay, so I'm gonna get my little finger sander out here again. I just had it, here it goes. And we're gonna just take it and run it across our hot glue, and it will move all the extra there and smooth that out. We don't want no bumps or no glue. Popping up on our paint like that. Alright. We'll flip it over, and we're just going to do this side just a little bit. And it's going to be the back side. But once again, I don't want it to eat all that noticeable that there were holes back here. And if I was thinking I could have, oh no, I couldn't. Okay, so we got this side ready to go. We're going to do this one the same way. And then I am going to paint it white. And there's no need for you to watch me paint it. But you will watch me make the frame, because as you can see, the two boards are separate. We are going to have to put them together. I got these paint sticks that I'm going to use. We're going to make sure they're leveled. And then what I am going to do to make sure they stay that way, I'm going to take a little piece of tape to help hold it together here while I put them together with these sticks. Now we are going to need wood glue. I'm going to use the combination of wood glue and hot glue. Okay, and as you can see, I'm going to have to cut some off. So we're going to measure it here of what I got it cut off. So we're going to put that there. and move that one up. So I might have to cut this one to there. Thank you, Robbie. Alright, so I'm going to use my scissors just because I can't make a straight line to save my life. And it don't look like I'm using the wrong thing there. I'm going to use one of my finger sander and I need my tool bag, Bubby. Okay, so while he is getting my tool bag, we are going to go ahead and slap our, I'm going to use my finger just because I got a little bit too much down there, and I'm trying to use, move a little bit because at the corner there I want to use my hot glue so we can get that instant hold that we all love to have while we finish our projects. Thank you. Alright, I got my this thingy here, and make sure my things are even up, and they are. I'm just going to put it down where my line is, and if it's a little bit too short, or it shouldn't be too long though, I think it's going to be right on. So what you got to do is push down on it, get to as far as you can get it, squeeze, and then I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on this side. And as you get here, it's coming through. This should be the last of it right here, and then we will have it. And hopefully it don't. There we go. Did not go flying. Thank goodness for that.
Yep.
Alright, so we're going to put some more wood glue. And once again, I'm going to use my finger for that. Tissue here. Then we're going to take the hot glue gun and we're going to make a line right there with it. And we're going to turn it over. We're going to press down for a minute and we're going to hold. Now, I was going to put a staple in it, but this board right here is so thin that the staples would just come straight through it and maybe even crack it. So I didn't chance it. I thought this would be an easier way. Okay, so we're going to put some hot glue and repeat the same step. And got a little hangover there, but it's okay. Said I'm just making this for the lady next door. We're going to go ahead and flip it over so we can go ahead and start painting on it and working on it. Alright, so for the color, I am going to paint the whole boards in the Waverly. Ooh, my head came off. What is that one? The Waverly, Snow White. I can never find the plaster in the large containers. And I need you to do me a favor, please.
What's that?
Change this and make sure the lid is on because
like
the lid
pink.
came off. And it literally went everywhere. Yeah, I still gotta clean the brush out. Still too much black paint on it. I'm gonna go ahead and use my favorite brush. Because I did dump this in black and it'll be alright because I'm gonna have to reuse the black anyway. Oh, I hope I cleaned that before and I didn't. I do this all the time, I forget the white. Okay, so now I got everything painted besides these, and that's because I want to do the, sorry about that, where I'm going to make it look like it's silver, I want to say. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and put the first black coat on it. And I am going to paint the whole thing black. And then we are going to mix in some grays and some, a little bit of white. And we're going to add that into our liking. Now after I am done with this, I am going to put a coat of Mod Podge on it to protect to protect the paint is what I want to say on the plastic. But you do want to take your sander to the plastic to roughen it up because your paint will stick to it better for one. Go up and down on this. Okay, so after I get done with this one, I am going to wipe them off, make sure all the, what do you call it? You know, the pieces that I'm sanding is off, but it's a clean surface when I add my paint to it. You could just take also a piece of sandpaper and fold it over and get it as well. And that is a better job like this. Okay, that should be good enough. For now I'm just going to go in and take my paper towel. Make sure that everything is cleaned off of it. And I'm also wiping the paint off. I am so accident prone when it comes to the paints. Okay, so now we done the sanding. We wiped it off. And now we're just gonna add our paint to it now. But like I was saying, when we get done painting and it dries, we are going to add our Mod Podge to it, and then we will connect these two together. And we're just going to go ahead and paint both of them black completely, all of it, and then once we paint them black, we will be adding our other colors. So, okay, so I went ahead and I painted all black. You guys don't need to watch me paint on camera, so I went ahead and turned it off. But now this piece is dry, and we're gonna finish this one up. Farm fresh eggs. And like I was telling you, my neighbor has chickens. So we're gonna place it, make sure that it is even. And then we are going to tape it down. It doesn't move. And I'm only doing it on corners. I'm keeping the edges up on the tape so it'll be easier. Now, I don't know if my tape is going to pull up my paint. I hope not, but if it does, we're just going to
Go right over it.
touch it up here in a second. Now, what I'm going to do, the Farm Fresh eggs, I am going to be stenciling it in the Waverly chalk paint and the colored ink. Now I'm going to try to get some out. I don't know if something is wrong with my paint or if it is this thick naturally. If you guys know, please let me know in the comment section, please. May have to add a little bit of water, but once I get the paint, it don't look clogged or clumped or anything like that. But I'm using my cheap stencil brush. I think this one came from the Dollar Tree as well. And what I'm going to do is bounce it, and I'm hoping that there is no bleeding underneath as well, because I did paint it before stenciling it, so I'm hoping that it, yeah, already right there, but gotta watch how far down I go. Should have put some tape over what I wasn't going to stencil black.
That would have been a really good idea.
Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing in the eggs. I need some green and some yellow, please. Okay, so as you can see, there is some eggs. I need that very light Waverly chalk paint, chestnut or something like that. Yes, that one. Because that's what color I'm going to do the eggs. Alright, so I'm stenciling still the letters. Once again, I'm trying not to get any on anything, and if I do, I'm hoping that the color I put on it gets covered up. But we'll see. Alright.
Okay.
I'm gonna clean my brush real quick. Okay, so we got some green. So I'm just bouncing the biggest part off so I can bounce the leaves now. I gotta watch so I don't get it on my egg, and I did a little bit right there. Try to wipe it off a little bit. Just the corners on these that. And I'm so sorry if you guys can see that fly flying around. It's that time of year and they're in the house. Okay, so let me wash off my Okay, so I got a little paintbrush because there is a little beak here. So I want to paint the beak in yellow. So we're just gonna.
You should have.
What?
You should have done it after you painted it.
Well, I'm doing it before because and I could take it off. Alright, so I'm also going to do the little feet. And I'm going to do them in yellow as well. So for the eggs, we are going to use cashew, in the Waverly chalk paint. And I'm going to use a brush for that one as well. I'm really decided on the chicken. And I think I decided I'm going to mix gray and black together and a little bit of white. Because that is what their chickens look like. Alright, so and then when that dries, I'm going to take and flip some little black specks on that. So when I get done with the chicken, it should be ready to, ooh, I don't believe I did that, but it happens. I'm gonna have to wait for it to dry, and then, yeah, there we go. Wait. Yeah, I'll wait because there's a little black in it, but it's okay. So now I'm going to take my bouncy again. And this time I'm going to put a little bit of black on it, and I'm going to put it on the plate right here. I'm hoping this works. We're going to take a little bit of white paint and also mix it into the black color as well. Then we are going to take another little paintbrush and we're going to add just a little bit of gray in that. Something like what we are going to do with the shovel and rake. A little bit more white because we're trying to come up with that color like I had it right there. Let's take it and hopefully we can bounce it just like that. Hopefully we can. Let me try to get this as clean as possible from all the black, more of the black in this than what I want it to be. Alright, so that should be fine right there. We're just gonna get this color right here onto our, and we're gonna bounce it. If it doesn't come out the way I want it, then it's okay. Alright, I did get on to the leg a little bit on the yellow, but it's okay. You have a shadow of black on it as well. Okay, now I'm going to take my brush. I'm going to get a little bit of this paint that we had right here where we have missed it. I'm going to add some white to it. We're adding the feathers and so forth to it. Okay, when this dries, we're going to come back and we're going to pull it off. Okay, the shovel is a little bit more drier than the rake. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take my paintbrush. We are going to start adding the gray to it and a little bit of white, and then we're going to, mix the two. And I want it a little bit lighter than this. And as you can see, some of the black has worn off from just, laying down to dry. It's gonna be easy right here so we don't, it's okay, we'll touch the black up, no biggie. We are gonna paint around it. And like I said, what my brush hits, it's okay. because we will just go back in and touch it up with the black after we're finished here. But you're going to make sure all this is painted to gray. And we're going to do this to both pieces, and then we will add a little bit of white, and then we'll mix the white and gray to lighten this up. So and you're going to want the front and back, both of them fully painted. I mean, you don't have to paint the back of it, that's up to you. I prefer to do front and back. It just makes it look better, especially hanging on your door, and if you got a glass door, you see the back of it anyway. Alright, so we're going to set this aside, and we're going to let this dry. And while that's drying, we're going to work on the back part of this. And I say the back part because the front is not fully dry yet. Okay, so I got a little bit of black paint on my brush, and I'm just going to go over top of the eggs and just flip my brush a little bit and try not to get paint on anything else. So that's why I'm also going lightly across the eggs, because I don't want to get it on my leaves. Okay, that's good. So now we're going to take it off. Just making sure I got paint off my finger, because I do not want to touch, because I already got a touch up there. Okay, so here we go. We're going to pull this off, and we're going to see. Oh, no paint pulled off. Not on the top part, at least. Okay, so I'm going to pull it up. Oh, that was just a little bit. I'm going to have to go around right here and straighten this out. But other than that, it came out decent.
Why'd you hand it to me?
I need you to put it in the sink, please. Okay, so now because of, I'm going to take a little brush here, because those are drying. So we're going to finish this part up. We're going to paint right here where some of it.
Well, that's supposed to be there.
Oh, well. Oh, yep, it is. It's okay. I'll put a black line there.
Okay.
Alright, so we're trying to cover that up, and it just smeared. Alright, so Bubby, I need clean water for the 100th time today. I love that thing, but you gotta constantly keep emptying the water because it gets nasty really, really quick. Alright, so I'm gonna take my little brush here
What is it?
and I'm gonna put this line back that's supposed to be here.
Nobody has a word game. Whatever. You're just gonna get it like this.
Alright, so we straighten that up. The top, all but right there, I think the top came out really good. There is some green that somehow got onto the black. I'm not for sure how. I didn't think I went up that far, but it's okay. We can take our... Here we go. We got that part taken care of. Okay, now I'm going to take that same fine brush and where there is green right here, because I can see where the line is, I'm going to paint some white. Okay. Alright, so now I have went and I straightened up everything I could see and fixed it a little bit. I even went and tried to fix as best as I could the leaves. Now I'm just going to make a bow out of this red buffalo check ribbon, and to be honest, I don't remember where I got it. So, how I'm going to make this bow is just, I'm going to cross it over just like this, and we're going to fold it in the middle. Alright, so now I'm going to cut my ribbon off at the bottom. I'm just making sure that the bow side, both of them, is even as possible. Now I'm just taking the jute string and I'm going to tie it. I'm going to tie it again. Cut it from the roll. Okay, so now I'm going to put it in this corner right here, and I don't know, I might curl the bows some kind of way, maybe like that. It looks kind of cute. Now I'm going to take a little piece of this ribbon. And I'm going to use it for the middle here. And I'm sorry for Maya sounding like he is slurping soup over there. He's got severe allergy problems, and you know, boys, it's hard to get him to do anything. Okay. Ooh, hurt my finger again.
A moment of silence for all the finger cells we've lost.
Every video,
Moment over.
I always burn my fingers. Always. It never fails. Okay, so now I am going to find the placement that I want it. First I'm going to put my hot glue. Place it there.
Get rid.
I don't know where that piece of plastic come from.
Yeehaw.
Alright, so I'm going to put a little piece of glue there to hold this ribbon like that in place. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing here on this side, and then I'm going to place my ribbon right down in it. And it'll take a second for it to set up, but it'll hold. Now we're going to make our hanger for it. Now remember at the beginning that I taped it to give it an extra hold? Well, I didn't think about, well, I kind of did. That piece is there permanently now, which is okay. So, I'm going to take this jute wire and I'm going to make a hanger with it. And I am going to make it kind of, and we're going to place a line of hot glue. We're going to set it in there. And I am going to cut it off before I glue this in. So I'm going to repeat that step right there, and I'm going to lay this piece in it as well. And we're going to let that set up. Okay, and it's set up good enough. So now I'm also going to put a ton of glue that's drowned it in it. And then I am going to lay a piece of the ribbon down into it and squeeze it in as tight as possible over the rope here. And that will also help with extra security. To hold it in place there. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know where I got that ribbon from, but when you cut it, you can actually make this
Hobby Lobby.
two-sided. No, I don't look at ribbons at Hobby Lobby.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I don't hardly go into Hobby Lobby all that much. Thank you. I need to go in there more. But, okay, so we're gonna let that set up. And that's the hanger, and this is what this one looks like. And I think the neighbors would really like this.
Okay.
Okay, so we're still waiting on those to dry. And while we are, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do our butterfly. So I've been wondering all day how to paint this. And I'm just gonna do it in pink and purple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the outside of it. We're going to paint it in the Waverly chalk paint in the color Ballet Slipper. I really like this color. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now I do want to get some pink or purple, them little glass balls. And I'm going to put them in these circles right here. And I think that would be really pretty at night. My plan is the fountain I'm making out of the flower pot. Well, I'm also putting a solar light in it as well, so it will light up at night. And I think I'm going to put the butterfly on a stick and put it in there. Okay, so we are going to paint the whole thing in the Ballet Slipper. Now I am going to leave the little antennas there because I am going to come in and paint those in the color of the ink in the Waverly chalk. This will also be really cute on a shelf or a table as a tabletop. Now if you put it on the outside, you may want to use indoor and outdoor Mod Podge and put it on it to seal it. And make sure you put sun protector on it. That way it's not getting ruined. Now I am doing a sloppy job, and that is because I'm going to paint over the parts anyway. And I'm sorry for the commode sound in the background. Maya was putting something, he blew his nose, so he flushed the tissue.
Never mind.
Okay, so now I don't think I'm going to paint the sides. I think I'm just going to paint the front. Bubby, where's my cup?
Right? It's not over here. Like at all. So it's right there.
Okay, I do apologize for that. That part would be edited out, I hope. Okay, so now I'm going to take some purple and I'm going to paint the raised areas in this dark purple. this little piece I'm gonna paint purple. And I may go ahead and take a little bit of pink and a little bit of the purple and mix the colors together and do the parts that are not raised. See that color right there? How it just touched? That is a pretty color. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so now we are I really do not like doing this. Sorry for that as well. Here we go. I did it anyway, didn't I? And that's what caused me to mess up, and then I gotta still take more time and go fix my mistakes, so I might as well do it right first time and slow down on my painting. Okay, so now and the dogs are going to be running because it's time for them to go out. So I do apologize for that. And before I mix the colors, I'm going to fix my mistakes here. Right here I made a boo-boo and went too far out with my purple. And there was one more spot, which was right in here. Yeah, I think I fixed it all. Well, I made a mistake, I hope. Alright, so now I am going to take a little bit of the ballet slipper and I'm going to put it on my plate here. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the purple and we're going to mix the two. And that's the color right there that we are going to use in these parts right here. In this circle. Oh, that came out a real pretty lavender. We're going to use it there. And once again, I got to come back in with the ballet slipper. See? We're going to do it here. Should have just Mod Podged over this. Okay, not Mod Podged, yes. Took a napkin and put on this. Okay, we are almost finished here. Okay, once again, I'm gonna come in with the ballet slipper. Just it so I could fix where I touched with the lavender, like right here. And right in there, there's been a couple of spots that I got in a hurry. Okay, now we're going to clean our brush and we are going to do, oh, I missed one. We're gonna get some more lavender here. We're gonna paint this one. Alright, I took my time with that one, so it did not come on the outside. Now I'm gonna take my little fine brush, put it in the black here, and then we're gonna paint the antennas of the butterfly in the ink color from Label Chalk Paint. I do want them to be as even as possible, so I'm making my line there. I know where to stop painting. Then I'm going to Alright, so I made her a little face. I made her some little eyelashes and a little smiley face. So she is beautiful, I think. Yes, it wasn't a hard DIY, just painting it and making the face, but it came out pretty. Now, it looks like we could get started on the rake so we could get this DIY done as well. Alright, like I said before, we are going to use a little bit of white and try to lighten some of this up here. Let me get some more of my elephant. It's let's see. And make mixing the gray and the white together here to lighten it up so I could get this to looking like silver. And I believe we got it right here. Whoops, I put my knuckle right into the paint. Okay, so now we are going to start painting this. And I'm just going to, I don't think I'm going to do a full coverage. Maybe. Because after this dries, this should be the color that we are looking for. So you do want to make sure you got the color that you like if you decide to redo this. Now, like I said, when this dries completely, I am going to put Mod Podge on it to seal it. Now I am going to connect them with wire, and I'm also going to use a tad of hot glue. But where I live in Ohio, when it gets hot, we get up to 100 on most days. Once it gets to getting hot, we stay there, and it just gets hotter. And we do live in Ohio, though. That don't mean one day it won't drop down and we have snow flurries. Never seen it, but you never know. Alright. Sorry, Jeremiah is snapping his knuckles and his neck, and sorry about the noise. Okay, so I'm going to finish doing this all the way around, and then we're going to connect them. Because I am going to have to mix some more paint. This is drying up. Okay, so I painted them all, and this is how they're going to dry. So after they dry, we are going to put Mod Podge on them. I'm swinging them back and forth. But we are going to go ahead and start working with them, because I got to get this video out to y'all. So, with that being said, I am finding my wire. Found it. What we're going to do is we're going to cross them, and we're going to make sure that they are even. Okay, so they are even now. So I'm going to put some hot glue right here, and I'm going to lay the rake into it and hold it for just a second while it sets up. I can see it, it hasn't set up yet.
Nope.
Alright, so I should still be able to take my wire, and I'm gonna
put it.
Okay. We're going to take our wire around it and we're going to twist it as tight as you can get it. And don't worry about messing it up, because we can come back in, and I do apologize for the noise. My neighbors are getting their grass cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap around this a couple of times, because on the one I made single, it keeps coming loose. So I'm going to make this one as tight as possible.
And then are you gonna wrap it around like this?
No, the hot glue, no. The hot glue is just to make sure that it stayed in place while I done this. And now I'm going to take it and wrap it around the extra that was left at the bottom. And we're going to give it some more good twist. And then I'm going to take my wire cutters and I'm going to cut it, because this should hold. Okay, here's my wire cutters, and I'm going to clip it. And I'm also going to cut this little extra piece off as well, as short as I can get it. Then I am going to go ahead and put a little bit of hot glue on that for one, so, and then for the hanger, this time I think I'm going to use the jute cord. I think the cord will hold up much better. Okay, so we're going to take it, and I'm going to put the hanger down this way, so it could be hidden into the flowers as well. So I'm going to wrap it around, and we're going to tie it one good time. And then I am going to take and cut it with my scissors. And I'm doing it this way because, like I said, it has came off several times. So this time around, I want to make sure that it's going to hold, and plus the, what do you call it, metal wire scratches the door, and this way it won't. So I'm going to cut the excess off that. Now we got our hanger as well. So now we could flip it over, and I kind of like it just like that. Alright, so now we're going to take our foam. We're going to get this open here. And that's Jeremiah's shoe stop.
Hey.
Alright, we are done with the paint, so I can go ahead and get rid of this. Will you put that in the sink, please?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to cut this. I need to get my knife out. And I'm going to go around this. Hot glue on my scissors. Okay, I'm just going to use my scissors. There we go. Alright, so now okay, I think this will be fine right there. I'm gonna try to scoop this up a little bit more, and then we're gonna put just a little bit more hot glue to help try to hold the rope in place. There we go. Alright, while that is setting up, this is where we are going to put our foam. Putting a lot of glue to make sure that it stays. Gonna have to hold that. I'm gonna let that set up for a minute before I start putting our flowers in it. I do need my Mod Podge paintbrush though, Lovey.
Good one.
Because
Which one?
my Mod Podge one, you'll see the glue stuck to it.
Okay.
Okay, so now I used my base that I hauled in my Dollar Tree haul.
Is this the special montage?
Yep. If you have not seen that video,
Oh,
go check that out. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and start clipping my flowers that
this thing is stiff.
I got for this.
Explicitly for this? Like just for this?
Well, no, you know I pick up flowers all the time, and actually, yeah, these are one of them that I was going to use in that two-story, I made one on the channel with those, yeah, that.
Yeah.
For that, I didn't have to cut, it just popped right on off. And I'm just going to continue cutting these because I'm going to mix them up, and what I don't use, I can put into another project. And while I'm cutting these, take this time out, and thank you for watching my videos. If you don't mind, give me a big out. The only thing that does is help my channel grow. I would love for you to leave a comment, and I will talk back. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We would love to have you over there as well. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And also, while you're at that, you can hit that bell, and you will get notifications of any videos I upload. Now, for those of you that don't know, I am giving a napkin bundle away for those that are subscribed to my channel once we get up to 100 subscribers. Now, once we get there, I will go into details on what all you have to do for that, which is be subscribed to our channel. Okay, so now I'm going to keep these out just in case I cut them too long, but I am going to start at the bottom, just because that one had popped off. But make sure you are subscribed to the channel. There is a lot of people that is getting kicked off of other people's channels. If you haven't commented or something, they're taking people off of it. So make sure you are subscribed. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. I normally will fix these, but this is still wet, so I'm gonna leave it. Once again, thank you for stopping by, and I hope you become part of the family here on YouTube. See you on my next one. Bye. Trina, I'm gonna feed the rabbits and the guinea pigs.